I have a challenge for you. First, I want you all to put your cell phones here in this chair. And you'll just get them in the end of the presentation or in the end of the class.
Class?
Oh, good day. Yeah.
My class? Cell phone?
Thank you.
I don't have a cell phone. And if you, one of you can stay away with your cell phone and just stand up and come here and get it, but then you will have to pay a chocolate for each one in this class. So, okay. So, let's go. There I was at a long-awaited dinner with friends Saturday night, when in the midst of our chatting, I watched my right hand sneaking away from my side to grab my phone sitting on the table to check my email. What am I doing? I thought to myself. I'm here with my friends and I don't need to be checking the mail on a Saturday night. The part that freaked me out was that I hadn't told my hand to reach out for the phone. It seemed to be doing it all on its own. Sabria Rice. This scene is common for you. Are you familiar with this scene?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So, how many of you have ever get angry with a friend for him keep using cell phone while he was talking to you? Please raise your hands. Okay. And how many of you have been doing the same to people next to you? Okay. So, I'm talk with you a little bit with the effects of using smartphones. Roadmap. First, we're going to talk a little bit about the problem, satisfaction, visualization, and conclusion. So, a recent study from the University of Maryland's Robert A. Smith School of Business finds that even though cell phones are generally thought to connect people with each other, they may make users less socially minded. So, this part, everybody have like a cell phone, and they really connect you with people. But it seems like we have like a second life. So in our cyber life, we are all connected all the time. But here we are just like skipping this real life. Just a second, please. I'm shaking.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually it does connect, but in our second life. We are losing the touch, and the warmth of our friends have been changed by our thinking movements in the last years. So, who of you is missing someone in your country? Please raise your hands too. And how many of you wish you could touch or hug this person? Okay, so did you see touch is missing in society? While we are close to people, we don't even care. We are just looking at our phones. But when you get a chance to go away from these persons, you just miss them. You miss the touch, you miss the warmth that you have. So society is really missing this, but they can't see like how important is the touch of people. And now you have a chance to change this. The authors found smartphone users have developed what they call checking habits, repetitive checks of email and other applications such as Facebook. The checks typically lasted less than 30 seconds and were often done with 10 minutes of each other. The study subjects checked their phones 34 times a day, not necessarily because they really needed to check them that many times, but because it had become a habit or compulsion. Each time you get an email, it's a small jolt, a positive feedback that you are an important person. It's a little bit of an addiction in that way. Once the brain becomes accustomed to this positive feedback, reaching out for the phone becomes an automatic action you don't even think about consciously. Instead, the urge to check lives in this treated, a part of the brain that governs habitual actions. How are you feeling without your cell phones right now?
Naked.
Thank you.
Is it making any difference that your brain, you're paying attention to me, but are you really paying attention or you're looking just here? The lights, the lights.
No, I
Yeah, I'm
Pay
paying
attention.
attention.
But your eyes like come over here.
Yeah, I
like,
feel that I'm
the lights are like this. Yeah, okay. So, statistics. Could you read with me, please? So, guys.
Yeah.
87%
of American adults own a cell phone, and 45% of those are smartphones. Only 12% of adults aged 65 and over have a smartphone. 82% take pictures on their cell phones, up from 76% in 2010. 29% check their bank account online, up from 18% in 2011. 45% of businesses state wireless is essential to operations. 2.27 trillion text messages were sent. 1.1 trillion
Bytes of data was used.
28,621 cell phone towers were added across the US.
Okay, so the cost of constant checking. You probably annoyed your friends texting all time. So second point, you have half of your each place you are. So you are half in your cyber life and half in the reality. So you are missing things in both. Dr. Aden, a neurologist at UCSF, says, whenever you take a break from what you are doing to unnecessarily check your email, studies show it's hard to go back to your original test. So even though you can do both and pay attention half, but if you stop to doing something, to look at your cell phone, when you come back to this task, it's not like it was. So your focus is missing. People don't like thinking hard, says Clifford Ness, a professor of communication and computer science at Stanford University. Consulting your smartphone, he said, is an attempt to not have to think hard, but feel like you are doing something. How to get rid of your checking habit. Acknowledge you have a problem, so that's the first step for you. Have smartphone free times, so you can just do this. It doesn't mean like you have to not carry your cell phone with you. Of course you will, because it's a good thing. That you can just let your WhatsApp or the Facebook off and not on all the time. So in the breakup here, you can turn on and then you turn off, and during this phase. Have smartphone free places. So carrying your smartphone to the bathroom is not a good idea. Okay, not necessary. Yeah.
Because it falls in the toilet. Or
I
you
have
leave it on the
lost a
toilet
cell
paper.
So you need, if you control yourself and try to follow new habits, then you will be able to enjoy 10% of all talks you have with friends. Second point, you will relearn how to use your brain even for easy things. So you start to think more. You will see things all around you in a different way. So you are really looking for everything. You will have much time and less stress without thinking about Facebook and email all day. You will have a chance to hug and be in touch. If something happens with your phone, we will not going to die. And the last one, your friends will be grateful to you, will feel grateful for you. Okay, so you see that touching is really missing and we need to do something. And now it's time to change this. So we can be conscious of the habit of checking. We can alert these habits. And last, where is the last? I'm lost. Okay. And the search, and that's it, guys. Thank you.